is Rap the News. And everybody who is believing the lies that Paul of Tarsus told when he's admitting to being a sinner and a liar and a madman, someone who has lost their mind, is all going to go to the fire with his crazy ass. Again, everybody who is listening to Paul of Tarsus lying saying that he is a Hebrew when he was a Gentile, lying saying he's truthful when he's corrupt, is all going to the fire. We're going to start with Malachi 2:8. But you are departed out of the way, says God. You have caused many to stumble at my law, says God. You have corrupted the covenant of Levi, says God, the Lord of hosts. And so you in jeopardy of going to hell. All of y'all who preaching that grace bullshit. No, man must work by the sweat of his brow. And as a man sows, so shall he reap. You can have nothing except for what you work for. Life itself tells you that. Romans 7:14. For we know that the law is spiritual. So it's for spiritual beings, the Hebrews. The Gentile have no spirit. They only have a soul. And so Paul is telling you, I am carnal, meaning what? I'm Gentile. I am carnal, meaning what? I'm Gentile. I'm sold under sin. I'm going to hell. My soul is sold. Again, really listen this time. My soul is sold. Let's prove that. Romans 8:7. Because the carnal mind is an enemy against God. Enmity, enemy against God. I am carnal against God. I am carnal. Sold. My soul is sold under sin. I'm an enemy to God. And y'all believe in his testimony? Y'all think y'all saved by grace and you are not under the law anymore? Y'all got deceived and you know it right now. I don't even have to finish the rest of this. We can stop on these little 4 verses right here and it is done. You know he's a liar. You know you're going to hell following that liar. For it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can it be. Why? Why can't the carnal mind, who is an enemy to God, be subject to the law? Because God made it crooked, and God says, who can make it straight when I made it crooked? I created the crooked serpent, and this is the crooked serpent. Paul of Tarsus, Romans 2:12. When the Gentiles sin, they will be destroyed, period, point blank. And God is coming to do what? Destroy all the Gentile nations where he have sold us. And where did he sell us? Into the 4 corners of the earth. Meaning what? Jesus don't save. That's what it means. And he lied and said he did. Because, again, he said what? He is a liar. Romans 3:7. For if the truth of God, says Paul, hath more abounded through my lie. He's a liar. Unto his glory. You can't lie unto the glory of God. All liars is going to the fire. Why yet am I judged as a sinner? Because you're a Gentile. And what? Your mind is carnal. Your soul is sold. You are an enemy against God. For the flesh fights against and wars with the spirit. Those who are fleshly, Gentile, always war with those who are spiritual, Hebrews, blacks. Revelations 21:8. And all liars, their place will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur. This is the second death. All liars. So you going out there being a big dyke, and then you coming home to your husband acting like you straight. You are a liar. You false. You are a hypocrite. You going to the fire. You out there being with all these men and you a man. And you going home to your family acting like you a straight man. You are a liar. You are living a lie. You are going to hell. All you liars is going to burn. And well do you know it. Everybody who thinking they under grace and get a pass for sin, what does under grace mean according to the Bible? That God overlook your sin. Is God going to overlook your sin? Then there would not be a judgment day. Well, if you say these magic words, Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior, then God overlooks your sin. Did he overlook the sin of the children of Israel? Use common sense. No. 430 years in captivity and slavery in the land of Egypt. Punishment and death and crucifixion or fiction when they were there. 40 years wandering in the desert for sin, for transgression of his laws. 400 years now in America. We at the end of that 400 years right now. For sin, captivity, babies being cut out wombs, and nine times out of 10, everybody is getting sexually molested and raped by what? The enemies of the spirit chose people. But y'all get a pass? No, you don't. Paul already told you, the carnal mind, which is the Gentile mind, is an enemy against God, for it is not subject to the law. The law was never given to Gentiles, said Paul. It was never given to you. Why? Because you was already doomed to hell. Revelation 21:8 again, all liars will be what? In the lake of fire. Revelation 19:20, this is Paul. Both the beast and the false prophet, Paul, were thrown alive into the fiery lake of burning sulfur. All liars is going to be in that fiery sulfur. But Sakari would tell you that there is no hell, and he going to be swimming with Paul in that motherfucker. Romans 6:1, shall we continue in sin, says Paul. Shall we, not you, we, I'm with you in sin. Shall we continue in sin, that grace may abound? What? His lie? Because if you look under grace in the Old Testament, it's the grace that you find in God's sight by obeying his commandments. That's what you're going to find. Grace has to be in the eyesight of God, not grace that you just given. It's just a gift that's given to you. Here, let me turn a blind eye to your sin, world. No, God is coming back to destroy the proud and the sinners. And well do Paul and all of you know. 1 John 3:4, whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. So Paul is a sinner, and Paul is doing what? Transgression of the law. And he's teaching you what? To transgress the law. And anybody who transgresses the law is in jeopardy of going to hell, and is going to be the least in the kingdom. I mean, counted as nothing. AKA, you're going to burn. Paul admitted to being a liar to the Gentiles. Now let's see him stumble at the law. What do you mean stumble? Watch him contradict the fuck out of himself. Meaning what? Not only is he a liar, that he contradicts himself, and he told you he was a liar, he told you he was a sinner, he told you he was an enemy to God, but I'm going to show you some more. I could have stopped right there. Ephesians 2:15, Christ having abolished in his flesh the law of the commandments. So Paul lied and said what? Christ abolished the commandments. Christ. Matthew 5:17, do not think that I have come to abolish the law of the prophets, the commandments. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. Who's the liar? The one who's pumping grace to y'all? Yeah, you know it. You know it. Galatians 5:4, Christ has become of no effect to you. Whosoever of you are justified by the law. That's stupid. If Christ came to to fulfill the law and not to abolish it, that's stupid. Only the devil would say something this dumb. Let's keep going. Matthew 15:24. I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, meaning what? These are the ones that's justified by the law, the children of Israel. How are they justified by the law? Because you get an everlasting covenant and an everlasting salvation. How are you not justified by the law? If you get salvation, you just. And you're getting salvation because you're obeying the commandments, it's by the law. It's common damn sense that this dude is a liar. Galatians 3:13. Christ has look. Didn't he already say Christ didn't come to abolish the law? Christ abolished the law. And didn't Christ say, I didn't? Didn't he already tell you he was a liar? Yeah. And that all liars are going to burn in the lake of fire? Didn't he already tell you that if you sin, you're going to be destroyed? Why y'all believing y'all going to be saved by grace? Because y'all stupid, that's why. Okay. Galatians 3:13. Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us, which is dumb. But Christ already said what? Don't think that I'll come to abolish the law. I'll come to fulfill them. So we already know that this is a lie too. Jesus replied, Matthew 19:17. There is only one who is good. If you want to receive eternal life, keep the commandments. He's saying Christ redeemed the Gentiles from the commandments. Christ said go nowhere near the Gentiles or the Samaritans. Paul lying again, huh? And watch the lie just keep going and the contradictions just keep going. Galatians 3:10. For as many as are under the works of the law are under the curse. For it is written, cursed is everyone that continues not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. Ain't that fucking dumb? He contradicted himself in his own sentence. Listen, watch. Let's go slowly for you retards who don't get it. How you do that? For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. What is he saying? That if you are working to get into the kingdom of God by obeying the commandments, you are cursed. Does that even sound real? And then watch you contradict yourself. For it is written, cursed is everyone that continues not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. It's a contradiction. You're cursed if you don't obey the law, and you're cursed if you do. That's what he's saying. The first one saying, you are cursed if you obey the law. The second one is saying, you are cursed if you don't obey everything written in the book. The dude is fucking crazy. And well, do y'all know it? He's a sinner. He's a liar. He's evil. He's crazy. 1 Timothy 1:18. Well, we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully. What? How's the law going to be good if you curse for obeying it? Retarded ass fucking sinner. Romans 10:4. For Christ is the end of the law. And watch this. So Christ ended the law. 1 Corinthians 7:39. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. What law, Raptor News? The woman is bound by the law. The man ain't? That's weird. 1 Corinthians 14:34. All this is Paul. Let your women keep silent in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also says the law. So when it comes to the women running their damn mouth, is shut up and obey the law. But you're not under the law. Christ was the end of the law. That's sexist, huh? Let's go. Hebrews 7:12. For the priesthood being changed, the what? The priesthood was changed. What do you mean by the priesthood was changed? The Hebrews themselves, which means it's the black man, was created to be a royal priesthood. He said the priesthood got changed. The black man is no longer the priest. Okay, let's hear the rest of it. There is made of necessity a change also to the law. What? We changed the law. We are the pagan infiltrators, the ones that has enmity with God, the ones who's carnal and not spiritual. The liars changed the Torah. Saying it right there in Hebrews, huh? It was necessary. Because why? The Torah wasn't written for white people. The Torah was written for the children of Adam. God separated the children of Adam from the Gentiles. Meaning the Gentiles are what? I said it many times. Progeny of Satan. Either you're going to be of angels, you're going to be of Satan, or you're going to be of mankind. You're not no angels. Hell's angels, maybe. Deuteronomy 4, number 2. Do not add or subtract from these commands. But they said what? It was necessary to change God's commands that I am giving you. Just obey the commands of the Lord your God that I am giving you, says Moses. Don't add or subtract, says God to Moses. No, it's a necessity that we change your commandments, God. Because we are liars and deceivers and infiltrators of the word. For the black man, the priesthood changed. Now the priesthood is white, huh? And touching little boys, huh? Romans 7:6. But now we are delivered from the law. He just won't quit with that, huh? And then watch this. Romans 7:1. Know you not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he lives. But we deliver from the law. But the law has dominion over a man for as long as he lives. He's speaking with two tongues. I don't understand. Is he contradicting himself, rap? Yes, he is. Is he lying, rap? Yes, he is. Is he speaking with two tongues? How? Because Gentiles are not men. Mankind, that's why he said, if you are of the circumcision, the house of Abraham, Christ do not profit you anything. It's what he's saying right now. The law has dominion over you, black man, for as long as you live. And then you get Lily Girl, that retard. She woeful today. You know, she might take her woeful video down, but she woeful today. That's what happened when you go up against the men of God. Woeful. You know. Romans 6:14. For sin shall not have dominion over you. For you are not under the law, but under grace. Huh? The law have dominion over a man for as long as he lives. For sin shall not have dominion over you, because you animals. You're not under the law, but under grace. Watch. We hoping that we get into the kingdom. Y'all, what, Gentiles, please, come on. Listen to me, man. Y'all really want to bet on that? Look, y'all looking for that blessed hope. That's what Paul said. Y'all looking for that blessed hope. It ain't gonna show up. He said he's gonna destroy it. God said he's gonna destroy all the nations, and God is not a man that he shall lie. God said he was gonna destroy all of Edom. He's gonna call for a sword. The Gentiles have to fight each other. But you're looking for a blessed hope, huh? Good luck with that. Hebrews 10:26. Same motherfucker. Crazy ass motherfucker. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, which is the Torah, there remaineth no more sacrifices for sin. then why are you even mentioning sin anymore if it don't have a dominion over you? And if you sin, you're going to hell. And then you just said up there, if you sin, you're going to be destroyed. What? If you willfully sin, then Christ do not save. Sounds like you made this character up, like a Marvel character, because you said up here, Christ. You said up here, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Whoever committed sin transgresses the law, right? And then what? When the Gentiles sin, they shall be destroyed. He finna get everybody killed, ain't he? He finna get everybody killed. You know, Romans 3:31. Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Yeah, we established the law. So watch this. It's almost like Alien, man. If anybody saw the movie Alien, the government was causing everybody to go out into the middle of the street so they can go fly over it and drop bombs on them, or the aliens could just destroy them all in one lot. And the people was listening to the government. Well, Paul is the government in this case. Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Didn't he say we're not under the law but under grace? And that this grace is just have faith that God is going to save us? Yeah, we established the law. You see how you're going to need medication after this? Now he's talking about establishing the law. We not making void the law through faith. We established the law. What, Satan's law? Because everything you say is blasphemy. How are you going to establish the law? And then watch what he says. Romans 2:13. For not the hearers of the law are just before God. Now he said you wasn't justified by the works. But now he's saying not only the hearers are justified before God of the law, but the doers of the law shall be justified. Huh? Damn. Can you say increase the meds? Luke 16:17. It is easier for heaven and earth to disappear than the smallest point of God's law to be overturned. And that's what he's doing. It is easy for heaven and earth to be destroyed, to go away, to disappear, than for what? The smallest dot of the law to disappear or be overturned. Christians, dumbass camps, you stupid Jews, you know what I mean? You can't get past the law. If you do not obey the law, it's already written right there, huh? You will be destroyed. Sin is the transgression of the law. Paul already told you and showed you. Not only does he contradict himself, he told you he was a liar. He told you that he was an enemy to God. He told you that his soul was sold under sin. You want to continue in believing in Paul, then that's why hell was made. Strap the news.